All right, ladies and gentlemen, last lesson of the week. You definitely wanted to watch the other videos, so please stop right now. If you haven't watched the other videos, done the other assignments, it's going to be really important for you to do that. Now, with these, it's going to be a combination of both multiplication and division. Not all problems. Like the first one, you see there's no division, there's no fraction, and there's no real set way to do these. I'm going to give you as many methods as I can. The way that I look at it hopefully will help. There are plenty of videos online as well. If you just look up simplifying expressions with exponents, I promise you, you will find what you need to complete this. Hopefully this is enough though. So taking a look at the first one, no division. You have two terms, 2x squared and y to the third times 3x y squared. Now, even though they're separated by terms, it's all multiplication. This could be rewritten as, we don't write the multiplication, but if there's nothing written there, it's always multiplication in between. And we don't have to write out the full expanded form, but just writing it like this with multiplication in between everything, I think can be helpful because one thing that you can do is, it's multiplication, which follows the commutative property. Same thing with addition, which is we can rearrange these however we want. And that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to put our numbers together. I'm going to put our x's together. I'm going to put our y's together. So it's going to look like this. 2 times 3 times x squared times x times y to the third times y squared. That x doesn't really look like an x. Made it worse. And so this is helpful because now what we can do is we can just simplify from here. Okay, so 2 times 3. Now numbers, so there's numbers. They multiply the same as numbers do. So 2 times 3 is 6. All right. X squared times x. This is from the first video of the week. You can just, how many x's are being multiplied? Well, there's 2. And then this one doesn't have a 1, but for the exponent, we don't write it. It is 1. So how many x is x to the third? Remember, when we multiply, we just add the exponents. Same thing with the y's. How many y's? There are 3 and 2. So in total, we have 5 y's. So the answer is 6, x to the third, y to the fifth. Now, what I would like you to do to post this is pictures of your work. Some of you didn't do it the first time around. You need to do it here, especially here, so I can see what we're looking at. Whatever work you did. So insert picture camera. All right, feel free to crop it so that way there's no hands or faces in it. And you can see I just rearranged it and I simplified it. Whatever work you did. If you need to write out the expanded form from, if you watched the first video, you know what that is. Feel free. You can see that there are 3 x's and 5 y's. All right, let's take a look at the next one now. It is, in fact, division. There is a numerator and a denominator. Take it one piece at a time. So what I mean is, I'm actually just going to go right for it. Let's do the top. I'm going to rearrange it. You got 5 times 4 times a squared times a times b to the, I believe that's a 4, times b to, let's make sure, a 3 to the third. Okay? And then on the bottom, I'm just going to keep it as it is. Now, just for the sake of space, I'm going to erase. You probably want to keep this and go to the next line. And let's simplify the top first, just like we did the first problem. 5 times 4 is 20. A squared times a, there are 2 and 1, so a to the third. And b to the seventh. There are 7 b's. All right. Now, you just divide like you normally would. So 20, with the numbers, I should say, 20 divided by 2 is 10. So let's see if I can write our answer over here. You have 10. And then here, I'll do it in blue, a to the third over a squared. Just focus on that. If you need to, you can separate everything. And what I mean by that is, let me go ahead and write it as, just so you can see what I mean. 20 divided by 2. And a to the third over a squared. And b to the 7th over b. You can do this. You can separate it. If you don't like that, just go back to where I was in the video, and pause it and maybe write it down like I did. 20 divided by 2 is 10. A to the third over a squared. There are more a's on the top, so there's 2 in each, so you can cancel 2. Or think about it this way: it's division. Subtract the exponents. 3 minus 2 is 1. So how many a's are there? There is 1. And I'm not going to write the exponent. There are 7 on the top b's, 7 b's, and 1 on the bottom. So there are 6 left. So 10a b to the 6th. All right. And definitely take a picture of your work. I'm going to insert a picture here quick. All right, you can see I rearranged the top, and then you can take a look at the bottom and just simplify from there. All right, we'll go through the next ones pretty quick here, hopefully. All right, on the top of the next one, let's rearrange it. We got just the number 3, only the number 3, x to the third, x to the fourth, and there's a y and a y squared. Bottom is going to stay. All right, let's simplify the top. 3 stays. X to the third and x to the fourth is going to become x to the 7th. Add the exponents when we multiply. And then there will be 3 y's. All right, reset a little bit so I can write the answer. Now, take it one piece at a time. 3 divided by 6 is 1/2. All right, so I am going to put it over 2. I'll even put the 1 there, 1 over 2. I'm going to leave some room because now let's do the x's. I'll highlight in blue. X to the 7th over x. So we don't have that exponent written, but there's a 1 there. So 7 minus 1 is to the 6th. Then it goes on the top because there are more x's on the top than on the bottom. Same thing with the y's. There's a 1 there that we don't write. 3 minus 1 is 2, y to the 2. Because 3 minus 1 is 2. There are more y's on the top than on the bottom. And look, if it helps you to write out all of that, as in all of the x's and all of the y's, expanded form, please do. So it'd be like 3, where am I here? X to the 7th, there would be a lot of x's, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to write them all out. And then like the y's, there are 3, 1, 3. And then write out this, and then you can go through and cancel. So like there are 3 y's on the top, 1 y on the bottom, cancel them. There's your 2 y's. All right. I will put my work up here in a second, and we will do the last one. All right. So that would not be it. There. All Alright, apologies for the struggles there. Oh, cool. Alright. Alright, you can see I rearranged it, simplified the top and the bottom, and then began to deal with that. Alright, last one. Alright, let's rewrite the top. 2 times 3, only one x, and then I'll put the y's together, y to the third and y to the third. So I'm just doing the top of this one. Bottom, we're good. 3 x squared y to the fourth. All right. Simplify the top. 2 times 3 is 6. Only one x, and then there are 6 y's. Add the exponents. All right. And for your answer then, so what I would say is there's a general way to do this, which is rearrange it, combine what you can on the top and the bottom, and then deal with the top and the bottom together. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. That would be on the top. Now we might have a top, we might have a bottom, we will see. Now there's only one x on the top and 2 x's on the bottom. So we will have an x on the bottom. Cancel 1 on the top and the bottom. If you do 1 minus 2, you get negative 1. That 1 is going to be on the bottom. And then 6 minus 4. Remember, when you're dividing, you subtract the exponents, so you have y squared. So I will quickly post that picture. And so while I'm doing that, let me know if you guys have any questions. I will have office hours Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for 2 hours. You'll find that information on Schoology. And that'll be about it, guys. Thanks. Take care. Be safe. Talk to you later.